one of the best running backs in college football, Bijan Robinson, joining us here on Big 12 today. Bijan, what's up, man? How are you? How's your summer going?
Yeah, man, it's been great. Just getting around the team again and just seeing all the new faces and just everybody that's coming here, and it's just ready to go. It's just good to be back. Good to be a part of a great team to play with again. So man, everything's been good. Summer's been fun, and just ready to roll.
I don't think we could have meshed a player with a product better than what happened here. Lambo versus a Lambo driving a Lambo, if you will. Bijan Robinson, the Texas running back. So give us an idea, Bijan, of the energy around the program. We knew there was some energy last year when Sark came in, but there seems to be even more so with some of the players that have come in from other programs, you returning, Xavier returning, some of the guys on defense. Give us an idea what the energy's like around the 40 acres right now.
Yeah, the energy is a complete change. It's a complete flip from last year to this year. Last year, we were just trying to, get our feet wet with the new coaching staff. There was a lot of different changes that we had to get used to. But now with this year, all of us players, just us vets, we know, what the coaches are looking for out of us. With all the new guys that came in, transfers, and just the freshmen that are coming in, they already know the culture, know what we're trying to set standards for and the goals that we're trying to accomplish. So, we're always fired up every day. Even with the new coaching staff, they've been a great addition for us. And, we just know that, us becoming, that player-led team, us becoming the team that we want to become, that with the energy that we bring every day is the most important thing. So I think that, our energy is a lot different than what it used to be. And I'm just excited to see where it takes us.
What's the catalyst for that?
We all have the goal to, win a championship. For me, I'm big in my faith. So I believe that God has a plan for this team. We got together for, a lot of different things as a team, just to, get things rolling how we want to be, how we want to look, in the next 6 months. So I think that just us all having that one goal and coming together, to understand that we can be as great as we make this team. I think that's what it is for sure.
Bijan, it was a weird year for you guys last year. How weird did it get last season? Obviously losing some leads and some of the screwy stuff that went on off the field with things. But, what did you guys do to just kind of keep sane there and know that you were going in the right direction?
Well, I think that it was a big learning lesson for us. It humbled us to heights that we couldn't even think of. And just hearing, the constant, even in this offseason, just the constant 5 and 7 and from, people from outside people to even the coaching staff, that brings a different motivation to the team. It brings a different motivation to you individually, because I think that, we didn't have a great season last year, but I think that us getting that, what we did last year, I think it makes a big deal for how it sets us up this year. And I think that us having to deal with all what we had to deal with last year puts a lot of perspective on what we're trying to accomplish now. And, we had to deal with the hardship. We had to deal with, all the controversy around the team. But now that, that's all behind us, we just have a different focus and a different motivation, going into this season.
There's a lot of hype around the quarterback with Quinn Ewers and not just at Texas, but, coming out of high school and going to Ohio State and then transferring. And this is one of the top-rated recruits at the quarterback position ever. But we haven't seen him, and he's taken very few snaps and hasn't really thrown a football at the college level. So tell us what you've seen from him.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of growth from him. He like you said, he hasn't played, college football really at all. But I think that just him being around Sark and being around the offense, being around the team and seeing, the talent that he has around him, it puts a motivation for him. And, even Hudson, they compete every day and he gets to learn from Hudson every day. So, I believe that when you have a quarterback that, that played college football last year, I things can be a little easier for you. And, just having that, player next to you that you can compete with every day, I think that it'll bring a new drive into what he's trying to do for his future here too as well.
One of the best running backs in the country, Bijan Robinson, with us here on Big 12 this morning. The running back for the Texas Longhorns might be the best running back in the nation. 1,264 yards rushing, 11 touchdowns, averaged 5.9 a carry, and then got 28 grabs for 350 yards and 5 more touchdowns. Bijan Robinson, certainly a multifaceted guy. I think a lot of people recognize your skill set, Bijan, and project you as a high draft pick next season, but give us an idea what you've been working on to make your game, to take your game just to another level.
Yeah, just really, really looking at, understanding. What I've been doing is trying to understand everything in the offense, learning all the positions, learning receiver, learning slot, learning formations, learning, obviously trying to be better at running back. But I just want to know it all. I want to know what everybody's doing on the field, at all times, whether it's a defense that I'm trying to study, I'm trying to learn what, different schemes and techniques that can improve my game when I go against the opponent, or just even knowing, what the O-line has to do and what the receivers have to do so it can make a play that much better. So I've just been studying a lot on my own time on just, what everybody's doing on the field, so it can just make my game, that much better. But I think that me just, playing with the demeanor of, you just can't be stopped. That's another thing that, I've been working on a lot. My mentality for the game, just having that dog mentality at all times. Because I believe, when you have that, everything takes care of itself. But just learning how to just use the God-given ability that I have to better my game and be even a better leader for the team and for the team to have, a guy that's been through it and that they can learn from to just make everybody better around me. So that's what I've been working on the most this offseason.
195 carries, 1,100 yards, 11 touchdowns last year. It's 5.8 per carry, just a ridiculous number after 8.2 per carry and only 86 carries. Clearly an elite back. Are you motivated, though, by the way that the position has seemingly been diminished at the NFL level? You look at the draft, no running back selected in the first round this past year. Is that something that motivates you?
Yeah, absolutely. I think that at the running back position, it's because I think it's going to become very important to have a running back that can, do it all, catch the ball from the backfield, line up that receiver, go at running back, because I think that just creates mismatches and that just creates so many different. You can put that running back, that player, in so many different situations to create a mismatch on a defense that, that can help a team, more than a coach can know. So when you do have a back that, knows how to, just do it all around the field and you can do kind of anything with him. Like a good example is, Deebo Samuel, Alvin Kamara, you can just put them anywhere and they'll be a big addition to that offense. So I think the running back is a really important position on the field. And I know that no running backs got taken out of the first round last year, but I think that, this year coming up, I think that could be a change. And, we just need everybody, around the country just to see it.
Bijan, what's in the water in Arizona? Because, we're having guys come from all over the place. You came from Tucson. We've got kids coming from Phoenix, Scottsdale.
Yeah.
They're littering the country. Is Arizona the new hotbed for high school football?
Yeah, Arizona football is, very important to me. When I was coming out, we had a lot of, 4 and 5 star recruits that are playing college football right now. Keely Ringo, he had the game-ending interception in the championship. So even just how he's doing over there at Georgia and just a lot of other different guys, around the country, Brock Purdy's, we have a lot of dudes that came out of Arizona, during my time and just see what the kids are doing now, out there and trying to, keep, putting on for the legacy that's been left behind. It's pretty cool to see, but I think that Arizona football is obviously growing in ways that, we we try to build it up to, and I think that they're just continuing it on, and especially football out there in Tucson, where I'm from, football is now a lot more important to them, and they see a lot of different new players come out now, and a lot of players that are getting opportunities. So I think that Arizona football is growing a lot, and it's just fun to see.
Bijan, you were clearly one of the top recruited kids in the country at your position. Why was Texas the right? I know you had a different regime was there when you came to Texas. Now you're playing with another group that looks like it's going to be able to accentuate what you do to the highest possible degree. But why was Texas the right choice for you? You could have gone anywhere.
Yeah, like I said, like with my faith, I prayed a lot about it. That's just what I did, and I just talked to God about it before my decision, because I did have Ohio State, Alabama. They were in the few bunch that I was trying to go to, but just knowing that I felt that God made this the best place for me, and I had a feeling in my stomach that this was I had Coach Drayton here at the time, and I believe he's the best running back coach you can have as a player and as a person. And as the whole time I've been here, it's been a blessing. I've learned so much from him, and I learned a lot from a lot of people here just in Texas, around the city. And I know that I know that last season was kind of a struggle season for us, but I know that it all leads up for something in the end, and everything happens for a reason. So, I'm just really glad I'm here, making an impact, for this team and for the city.
Why do you think, you name some of the guys from Arizona, and you can look across the country, a lot of kids from Southern California, from Arizona, from that region, not staying in the Pac-12. Why do you think that is?
I feel that football, is bigger in some places. Means more. I believe that Arizona and Arizona State, they're great schools to go to, but not everybody has a school that fits them or that they want to go to. So I believe that when you can get a real experience on where you want to go, and nowadays you can take visits anywhere you want. So when you take the visit to Texas, to the Alabamas, to Ohio States, to all those schools, you just see football in a different perspective, and it makes you want to be there even more when you're a part of a culture like that. So I think that everybody has their own taste and what they want, and what makes them feel best for them. So and for me it was Texas, and for other guys I can't speak for them, but I believe that was a school that was meant for them as well.
Texas Longhorn outstanding running back Bijan Robinson with us here on Big 12 Today. Bijan, we were talking a little bit earlier about some of the rivalries in college athletics, and I don't think the Texas OU-Texas rivalry takes a backseat to any. You've played in the event. You guys have had some unbelievably classic games. I think the 8 regular season games, the last 8, have been decided by 8 points or fewer. Give us an idea what it's like to run down the tunnel and run into the Cotton Bowl for that game, and what that game means to you guys there in early October.
Yeah, I mean, just the energy in that game is unmatched in my opinion. I mean, the whole week leading up to it, we just come in and know what we got to do to win the game. But the hype around it is unbelievable. When you get there, you can feel it. You can feel the energy. You can feel the crowd. You can feel the horns down. You can feel your fans. Everybody's going crazy for that game. And when you're in the stadium and warm ups, I mean, it's already going crazy, and it's already an experience that you just haven't felt before. But yeah, when you run out that tunnel, it's obviously it's game time, it's go time, but you can feel what people are talking about in that game. And for me last year, really playing in the game, it was a fun experience for me. I know it was an outcome that we wanted, but I just think that us having that experience, and us, for all the coaches that it was their first time, and players that it was their first time really playing in that game, I think it was a fun time. But obviously you want to win that game, so that's why we have a chance this year to take that game for us.
Has Sark been different this year, in your opinion?
Absolutely. Yeah, he's not playing around this year. We all have the goal to be great in any way, shape, or form, and just him, bringing that new energy and really understanding what he has as a team now, and he can now be a coach, and now he doesn't have to worry about all the stuff that happens when when you become a head coach. He can just coach his team and be around his players. He's been a huge part in what we're trying to do now, and he can see it. We can all see it, and just us being more personal with him and being more connected to him, we all have the same vision. And I think that just the change of his attitude towards us and attitude towards the game, I believe it's going to be a lot better than last year.
Bijan, having played the game, realizing the most important game is the first game or the next game you play, and that's the first game on your schedule. But it doesn't go very far down the schedule until Alabama pokes its head up for you guys. I want to ask you about that. What was the conversation among your teammates and all those kind of things when you looked at your schedule and you're going to get Alabama come see you guys?
Yeah, man. Hey, we're all excited for that game. Obviously, we won't worry about that game until after Louisiana. That's our focus right now is them. And then when that game's over, we're going to focus on Alabama. So I believe that we needed that game. We need a game like that as a team to show what we got, talent-wise, all over the field. But that's going to be an exciting game for us, and I'm ready to go for that one. But like I said, we got to focus on the first one, and then we'll get to that one right after.
Bijan Robinson, an impressive running back, an impressive young man. Appreciate your time, Bijan. Thank you so much. Good luck this year.
Yeah, thank you, guys.